Yuck. Yuck, another boat. I even said I wasn't going to touch another boat, but here I am touching another boat. Came to me without the Marvel Mystery Oil in the cylinders. With the head off, the new head sitting up there. Boat's halfway taken apart. He wants to see if we can get the engine running. So I started trying to mess with it, and the starter caught on fire. So now I have the starter taken loose, not all the way off yet. I had to go get some other parts for another vehicle. But on this particular boat, I'm not entirely sure what year it is yet, although I would assume it's younger than a 2001. This is a Dynasty. It's got the 4-cylinder GM or mercruiser 3.0, whichever you want to call it. The easiest route I found to get inside of here to get to the starter is through the battery hole. If you look, maybe you can see it. There's the starter there. You can gain access to the small bolt very easily. The other one I had to use a swivel socket with an extendable ratchet, although I didn't have to extend it. The wire on the back, on the positive post here, is 14 millimeter. This other one is 8 millimeter, or 9/16 and 5/16. The bolts that hold the starter on are generic Chevrolet. They're 13 millimeters. This particular one has the two completely different length bolts. This is one of the bolts here. It's about 4 inches, 5 inches long. The other one is about 1.5 inches long. So I got a new starter. I'm going to put it on. See if I can get it to bump over, free up. If not, the engine comes out, and, well, it may come out. He hasn't decided what he wants to do yet. It may come out and get rebuilt, or he may end up selling the boat as is. Regardless, I still have to try. He wants a boat. He's 70 something years old. The batteries inside of this thing are fairly easy to get out. The negative post on this one is way on the opposite end down there, and there's not really a whole lot of room in there to be able to gain access to that, but you can still do it. Anyhow, got another job going on here as well. Don't mind the mess. Working and not cleaning. This one I finally finished sanding. Now I need to polish and then put the inner fender wells on. This one, getting a new rack and pinion and an intermediate shaft. Here's the intermediate shaft. There's the old rack and pinion. Oh, this one's getting 2 new lines as well. Came from up north apparently, so it's all complete rust. You can leave the tires on to do this, although you have to jack one side up in order to pull the tire or pull the rack and pinion out. It's 18 millimeter, 15 millimeter for the 2 long bolts. 15/16 for the bolts that go through the rack and pinion, which go through this hole and this hole. You can pull the bolts out, although you don't have to. And then, as I said, you can do it with the vehicle still on the ground, but you have to turn one of the tires, and it's easiest to turn the left. So the passenger side is still in place. The driver's side is way over this way. Jack it up and just turn it full all the way to the lock. I say lock, but the bump. There's a block that's on side of the lower portion of these. You can see one block here on the back side is similar, and they just stop on a lower control arm. Slide the rack and pinion straight through. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I mean, that part anyways, it was hard as heck getting out of there.